joined now, Mike Gill, Scott Grayson, on Radio Row by former NFL All-Pro Kyle Turley. I remember him with the Saints, but he's Chiefs, Rams, probably played with a couple of guys I covered in college and still talk to these days, but you look like you can still get out there. I'm sure you've heard that plenty.
Yeah, smoke and mirrors, man, all day long. You know, I got one play left.
Well, I know that one of the things, this Eagles team, one of the reasons they're here is because the line position has been phenomenal, but yes. Jason Peters going down, a lot of people thought that would be kind of
right.
the end of this team. When you lose a guy on the line, I mean, it throws everything off. That's pretty an underrated story about how they have got here. When you lose a member of the line of that magnitude, that hurts.
And it speaks to the team's, not just his quarterback position and why they've been able to do this. It's not Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. It's his team. That's what it's about. And from that position to the quarterback position, you've had guys go down. That's football. That's the game, and it happens. And you got to have that next man up mentality. And it's been awesome to see because the line, especially when you have those disruptions, can be pretty shaky. And the performance they put in that championship game to get here, unbelievable.
One of the things, you play for multiple teams. I always like to ask guys who play for many teams about how important the coach's preparation is. Because when you play for a lot of different teams, you get to see a lot of different guys and how they prepare. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to find out from guys how, like, most 53-man rosters are pretty equal. Your team and that team are going to be, pretty similar. It's the and how much guys like you find that to be the difference.
No, totally. It's a matter of this system that's there in place and whether or not the guys don't buy into it. You don't want to buy in. It's just that it works for everyone, and either you got that kind of system like Belichick has in New England and you can go to 8 Super Bowls, or what the Eagles have come across now with a great coaching staff that's finally been able to put it together. They've struggled for a lot of years, Andy Reid's years, all those things, and here's their opportunity, and it's because of a great coach who believes in his players, and his players believe in their coach and their system and their scheme.
I think the average fan, Kyle, thinks that, a guy gets hurt, another guy goes in, and boom, off we go. But on the offensive line, where there's so much communication that has to take place, kind of describe that process and how hard it can be at times when somebody new gets thrust in there.
Very difficult. I mean, the continuity of your offensive line is paramount to the success of your offense. So you got all these protections where guys, there's a myriad of calls and responsibilities involved in that, and they blitz. You got to know what's going on, and somebody's getting hurt, and to coordinate that effort is very difficult, and that's where you see the teams that succeed are the teams that have had lines that have been together for a while, or a system that is put into place to nurture that, and because every team should. They have the talent level. They should be able to put a player in, but certain coaching staffs and teams are just not that well organized. They don't have that ability.
And that's a big difference.
It is
the organization. I don't think
100%.
People realize that until maybe you get a little older and look a little into the things that the organization, the preparation,
mm-hmm.
the meetings, and how that all goes down. I think that's what has this Eagles team in this position.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Again, you got the talent. Every team has it. Coaching staff makes up the rest of that equation, and the ownership and the management.
Who's the most prepared coach you ever played for?
Mike Dickett, no. He'd be ripping the playbook from Danny Abramowitz on the side. Give me that, I'm going to start calling the plays. It was awesome. I wish we would have won with Dickett. That would have been amazing. He plays Mike McCarthy in New Orleans, and why he's had so much success. In Green Bay. He took majority of that staff up there with him, and Mike McCarthy's just a great dude. And we in New Orleans, our offense under his leadership offensively was best in the National Football League at the time. As well, the coaching staff itself, our O-line coach Jack Henry was just one of the best. St. Louis, we had a great situation, talent pool wise. Our offensive line, as I got there, I was able to plug into one of the best lines in football at the time. Orlando Pace, myself, and all these guys in the interior with Adam Timmerman and Dave Wollabaugh and et cetera. The guys that were there already with the team, I just kind of plugged and played, and there was a great system. And offensively, majority of them knew what was going on, and I caught up quickly, to that. So we had a lot of success. Great group of guys. Just lacked, I think, a leadership with the head coach. Mike Martz just really had a lot of issues, and I think he was a better offensive coordinator than a head coach.
That's a great example of good talent, maybe not as well prepared.
No, yeah, exactly, and prepared at all levels. You
Yeah.
know, you can't just be a great play caller and not have your team really surround them to you. You know, if you just want your players to buy in because you won a Super Bowl, I don't think Belichick runs his organization that way. It's just, it is what it is. You're in there or he's in there. It's the same. There's no preferential treatment. And, you know, that was the things that ever got in the way.
Now, you said you could maybe do one more play. Is it because of Neuro XPF?
Yeah, that's right. That's right, man. You know, I mean, honestly, it is. And if I could keep feeling the way I am, and hopefully this discussion advances a bit further, we can get to the level where guys are going to enjoy those careers into their late 40s. And have that ability to do so. I didn't need any of those pills they prescribed me. For 3 years now, I have not taken an aspirin or an Aleve, let alone the Vicodins and all those things that I was on every day for 20 years. Back issues, shoulder. I'm bone on bone every joint. I need replacements everywhere. To this day, over 3 years now, not taking one pill. Stop taking protein shakes. Stop taking vitamins and all these other things that they make you believe you need. And all you need is what every person in here has, and that is their endocannabinoid system turned on. It's inside of you. You have THC. You have CBD in your system. I created this CBD company because of that, because every person in America has the opportunity to experience it at its base level, which is CBD. Comes from the hemp plant. That's the legal way around this whole conundrum that our government has created here in this discussion, and is getting so many guys I know off of pills. It's ridiculous, man. And if we can go back to natural methods of healing our bodies and help our body heal itself, again, we're alpha males, the best of the best. I go to the doctor, they say, you're perfect health. What's wrong with you? And I feel like crap, you know. So it's like the difference now in that I don't feel like crap to where I was, to me, has to do with the medicine that you're prescribed and what you're giving your body.
True.
From your diet.
It's like eating bad food.
Exactly, you know.
NeuroXPF.com for more information. Kyle Turley. I wish you could have brought the guitar and maybe played a ditty for us.
Yeah, man.
That would have been great.
Yeah, that's all right.
He's
Maybe
a man
next
of
time.
many talents.
Well, maybe we'll look for the comeback.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you guys,
Kyle
man.
Turley,
all right.
everybody.
Thank you guys.
Former NFL
Always.
All-Pro, Saints, Rams, Chiefs.